Okay. So last session we see how to write methods, how to do inheritance method, returning a value, all these things, right? Exception handling, how to do, correct? The most important. So now today we'll see how to read values from Excel sheet, how to read values from the notepad, all such type of things. Okay. So how to read values from Excel? Sorry. First we'll see notepad, then we'll see Excel. Any idea? Hello? Chandra? Chandra, can you able to hear me?
Hi Teja.
Right. Can you able to hear me?
Teja. Sorry?
Yeah, it has been disconnected, right?
Teja, see, I think there is some problem with my system. If I am doing recording, then it is going off. So can you please do recording from your side and share us for today?
Yeah, I
So
already
that,
started it. No need to worry.
yeah, okay, okay, no problem then. Let's continue.
Okay. So, how to read values from notepad?
Okay.
So, any idea about it?
So actually, we will be having like CSV file, .xls file, so that means like from the data ready from Excel sheet and Notepad.
Notepad.
Notepad is like a CSV file, right?
Notepad.
Notepad, no, I'm not able to recollect now as of now.
CSV, XLS, XLXX, all this Apache POI required.
Okay.
If you want only XLS, not XLSX, then
Mhm.
JXL jar file will help you.
Are you sharing your screen? I'm not able to see your screen.
Yeah, not yet shared. I'm just giving you the information.
Okay. Yeah.
So already I created a notepad, a class notepad reading.
Mhm.
You able to see my screen? You can able to see my screen, right?
Uh, Still not yet. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Right. So when
Yeah, yeah.
you want to read the value from a notepad, okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
first you create a notepad in your system with some data. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
um, I'm just creating a notepad on my desktop, and the notepad name I'm giving like T only, t.txt extension. So I just going to the properties and I'm copying the path of the notepad. So here string some s path equal to d.txt extension, and local path you should always give double two backslashes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've given that. Okay. So in this notepad, I'm just writing here hi Teja size by like this. Some data is available. How much is there? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. So here I just mentioned that in this particular path I have my Excel sheet in notepad with the extension, and this is the file name T. Okay. So now I want to read the value from a notepad. So whenever you want to read the value from a notepad, then what will be the code you will write regularly? Did you heard about buffer reader, buffer writer,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
file reader, file writer?
Yeah, I have some idea about buffer reader, buffer writer, which comes in strings answer.
Right? The same
Yeah.
thing which you had heard about right now, just the buffer reader and buffer writer for writing a notepad thing. But that thing we will use as we are writing the code. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So now, as I want to read the data from a notepad which already available, so I no need to worry about creating a notepad or in doing any other thing, correct?
Yes, yes.
Right? So I'm not going to create anything because already it is available.
Yes.
So buffered reader. Okay. So
Okay.
one minute. So buffer reader some br equal to new buffer reader. I just copied it and I just pasted. Okay. So but before reading the value, means doing the buffer reading and buffer writing, the data it is available in my file, right?
Yes.
For that reason, here we need to write file reader. File reader fr equal to new file reader, which is the path where I had provided my notepad information, the file name, that particular file I want to read it. So that is a buffer or a file reader. So that information you temporarily keep it in your buffer. Buffer reader is why we are using temporary RAM or temporary memory. Use it because in my notepads there are so much of data available.
Okay.
Buffer reader. So how many lines of code do you know in a notepad? We don't know,
No,
right?
I don't know.
So by default, in a string, some C, some variable, I am saying that there will be some blank information, empty,
Okay.
because Once I'm going to read the value line after another, one line after another line, so that I will going to keep it in a C and I'm going to check whether it is not a null.
Okay.
So here I am using a while statement because as I don't know how much of data, how many lines of data is available. So when C here equal to br dot read line, whatever the br, the buffer reader, whatever it is there, which I'm mentioning br, read the line, keep the value in C and check not equal to null. It is not empty, nothing is available. Get this or any doubt you have? In a C, I kept the first line or the second line or the third line, whatever the data which I am getting, and I am checking that it is not null. Okay. If it is not null, then only system.println print the C value which you had read and which you have in your memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now when I run it, you can see whatever the data which is present in the notepad is displayed.
Okay.
Clear, right? This one or any doubt you have?
So if you want directly to print, we don't need to write all these two lines, right? 15th and 16th line. We can give directly system.out.println bracket br.
Read all. Correct.
Okay. But we are checking completely whether we do, if it is there only print or else no.
Right. So why we have written not equal to null? Because, for example, after psi, some spaces are there. After that,
Okay.
some other data is also available.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't write, then what will happen after psi only it will going to be, or it is going to
Oh,
be infinite. So I'm saying that not equal to null. That means after that nothing is available until that
mm-hmm.
you run. So I
Okay.
run the blank, right? So now I will run. It will show us blank also.
Mm-hmm.
See, after sign
Okay.
there are so many spaces, means lines and then ASDF. So we got that one also.
Okay. Okay.
Same way, I'm just copying this particular part and here I am uh, creating a right notepad. So here I pasted the part and I'm saying that it will be a T1. So is T1 available in my not desktop? It is not available, right?
Yes.
So if the file is not available and you have to create a file, then only it will work, or it will not work. Correct?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
So whenever you want to work with files, like creating a folder, creating a file, then you need to write file. Okay. So as I'm creating a new file, so file create equal to new file and the S part. The part where I have given, so there you need to create a file.
Okay.
So continue. So you can see java.io.com.
Mm-hmm.
So FC dot, when I hit dot, you can able to see IntelliSense, and here you can see, so make directories means folder you want to create. You want to create a file, so create a new file. Do you want to delete it? Some file. So like this, we have some options. So
Okay.
I want to create a file, so I'll just say create a new file, because in a FC, all the information is available.
Okay.
So this is going to create t1.txt on the desktop or the path where I have provided, and the file name also. Okay.
Okay.
So once it has created, now how we had written file reader, now file writer we need to write file writer and the path. Control Shift. So FW, so file writer did. Then how you had written buffer reader, same buffer writer. So BW equal to new buffer writer FW. Okay, clear, right?
Okay.
File writer, buffer reader, buffer writer.
Yeah, yeah,
So BW dot, what we have to add? We need to write something, correct?
yeah. Yes.
So hi Teja, I had written. Then at the line next W dot write, and I say by. Okay.
Mhm.
Once you complete it, so for example, you open a notepad here,
Mhm.
you did some changes, and if you
Mhm.
close it, it is asking you, do you want to save it or not, right?
Yeah.
Same way, whenever you are writing some data, when you write whatever the instance you created and a close, which is going to close the notepad, and it is going to save it also, both it is going to do.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now when I run this particular code, it completed the action. It will not show you any notepad opening all these things. But when you see on my desktop, now there is a t1.txt available notepad. And here when I
Yes.
double click, hi Teja and by. Teja by in a single word. As a single word you can able to see. See.
Mhm.
If you observe the code now, hi Teja is a one word, and next line I had written write by. But when you see the result, it is showing Teja and by a single word.
Mhm. So we need to break, right?
Break it is there in our Selenium. Break line
Mhm.
is there in our HTML.
Okay.
Right? Same what you had said.
Be similar.
BW dot next line, so new line.
Mhm.
So now when I run it, it completed the action. So now when I go, by is in another line. See,
Okay.
so compulsory you need to write new line. Then only it is going to
Mm.
another line.
Okay. Okay.
Clear, right? Or any doubt you have?
Yeah, clear. Clear.
Right? So this is about the reading and writing the content in a notepad.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Excel reading, public static void main selected. Okay. Again, I'm going to the same path. I copied the path and here I paste it. But instead of the t.txt, I am going to write XLS.
Okay.
First we're going to see JXL, later we're going to see Apache Py.
Okay.
So first I am manually creating one Excel sheet. Double click on this Excel sheet. I did that. So here I am just writing serial number, name, okay, some pin code. So 1, 2, 3, some number. So right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, some 5, 4, 3, 2, right, and 6, 7, 8, 5. This is the data. It is available in my Excel sheet. Okay. Once you do
Okay.
this, you need to go to the Windows option in the Word, go to Save As, select 97 2003 workbook, compulsory,
Okay.
which is going to be in a Excel 97 2003 workbook. If you are unable to see here, click a drop down, you will get that particular thing.
Right.
So on my desktop, I am just giving the file name, and when I save it, and now when I close it, you can able to see t.xls. So you just observe the difference between the icons of the Excel. 97
Yeah.
2003 Excel is a little bit dark color, and here it is a light color icon, XLS X extension.
Okay.
Okay, so by observing only we can able to tell. So I'm saying that on my desktop there is a t.xls file is available on my desktop already,
Mm-hmm.
which is already there, right?
Yes.
Now I want to read the value from a Excel sheet. So how that will work?
So can we use again same buffer reader that one?
Sorry,
Again, can we use same buffer reader?
buffer reader will not help because now we are going with the JXL, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So first we need to go to Google and download the JXL jar files. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Whether it is available or not, I'm just checking. If not, I need to download it. It is not available. So JXL is not available. So I need to download it. So I'll just show. So I'll just go into Google, JXL jar download. You can able to see java2s.com JXL jar file. Click that. Scroll down totally. Total scroll down. So you can able to see download JXL 2.6.12, not the source. That is the last version 2.6.12. You just click on this floppy button to save. Again scroll down totally. You can able to see that 2.6.12. Here jar at the top. Click it.
Okay.
It will start downloading. JXL jar file. I just cut it down. I go to my field drive, softwares, and here I'm pasting. I'm extracting this jar also. You need to extract compulsory, so you can able to see it is available, and I'm just pasting outside it. Just give 1 minute. So once you downloaded this, you need to go to your Eclipse, right click on your project. That's how we'll do the build path, configure build path. Same way, build path, configure build path, click add external jars. So we need to go to the softwares and add our JXL jar files and just say OK. So now the Excel sheet related to JXL is ready. We can write a code. Okay. So as I want to read the data from some Excel sheet, so here we need to write like file input stream. Okay. So equal to file input stream and the
Selenium will use this only, right?
sorry sorry
In Selenium you will use this only, right?
yeah same.
Yeah.
So file input stream we eat it. So now as it's a workbook, that is a workbook, right? Excel
Workbook.
workbook.
Yeah, workbook.
So workbook some W equal to what I have to do. So the workbook which is available dot get to workbook. Which workbook? The file input stream, the fish which is available, right? The path which I provided, that thing.
Yeah.
Add throw declaration added blindly. So now in a workbook, my workbook is available, the path which I provided. Now in a workbook, there are sheet number 1, sheet number 2, sheet number 3. Further,
Yes. Sheet.
sheet equal
Now
to
you should
w dot get
get
sheet.
get sheet.
The get sheet.
Sheet.
So if you know the sheet, view the sheet name. If you don't know, view the position. That is nothing but 0. Index starts from 0.
Okay.
So how much of data is that? Because I want to read all the rows, all the columns which are available in the particular Excel. So in rows, rows. So yes dot, what you want to do? Get calls. Columns, how many are there getting? Compulsory. And yes dot get rows. That is also compulsory. Correct?
Yes.
So I'm going to loop it. So for I row equal to 0 semicolon I row, which is nothing but the integer, right? And in row 0, what we have to do? I don't know how many rows are there. So less than yes dot
Get column.
Rows I'll write. Directly I'll write rows. How many rows are there? You need to continue up to that.
Okay.
Right? Because right now I'm working with rows.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Dot I row plus plus because you need to increment.
Okay.
Same way for I call equal to 0, I call less than calls semicolon I call plus plus. Got this? Any doubt you have? I'm taken the column count also. How many columns are there? I'm taken how many
Mm-hmm.
rows are there? So that count it is there in I call and I rows. Sorry, the rows and calls, right? Here I have a doubt here. This calls will have the column count and this particular rows will have row count.
Okay.
So counting from 0 to the particular rows, how many are there? Increment one after the another. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, how many columns are there? I don't know. Start from this 0
Okay.
to the how many columns are available. Increment
Okay.
one after the another. After that, in the sheet, you go there and
Mm-hmm.
get cell. Get the cell. Which cell? First, what it will come? Always column.
Okay.
So I call comma I row means if I value is 0, I call value is 0, row value is 0. So 0 0 dot get cell. Get contents. So what you do, you just say system dot println, print the each and every line you are going to read. So now when I run this, you can able to see all the data which is available, like serial number, name, pin code. Horizontally we are reading the data. Then 1 Teja 1232 Kumar 5432 3 John 6785. Clear or any doubt you have?
So we're getting complete contents, that's it, right?
Right. In the code for that reason only I read how many rows, how many columns are there. It may be
Mm-hmm.
100 rows or 100 columns or 1000 columns.
Mm-hmm.
Only
But if you need to print in a tabular format,
tabular format means
so however we are seeing in Excel, right, the same thing we need to print.
you have to tell what we can do. What we can do so that it is going to give the same result.
Mm,
See? Okay. Clear, right? Any doubt?
Sorry?
This is the only one you want this one, right?
Yeah.
What I did, instead of printing all the things one after the other, I had
Mm-hmm.
created a Z which is empty, a empty box. Z is a
Okay.
empty box. At the starting only, I declare it as
Mhm.
null, empty.
Okay.
Then the whatever the Q value it is available, I concatenated the empty with a space and the Q value like serial number updated
Mm-hmm.
in Z. So now Z is having serial number. Again,
Okay.
the name. So now Z
Mm-hmm.
has serial number concatenated with a space and a name. So now Z is holding serial number name. Again, Q
Okay.
value I got it as a pin number, pin code. So Z is holding
Mm-hmm.
the particular serial number name concatenated pin code I updated in Z. And once the loop is totally completed, that means it is going to give me this particular line total
Okay.
that I had printed for a column loop. We not
Mm-hmm.
yet
Okay. Okay.
covered the completed the row. We need to put in next one, next data, next line, then next line, then next line, then next line. So before you print the next line, show me the result. For that reason, serial number 1 Teja 1 2 3 4 2 Kumar 5 4 3. Like that, how many horizontal data one after the other it will concatenate at the last it will print. After printing it,
Okay.
I'm saying that Z value you make it again a blank because I'm going to second line. Again number 1, then Teja, then Kumar, whatever it may be. Then number 2, then Kumar and whatever the data. Number 3, again some John, whatever the data. So,
Got it. Got it.
perfect reason I Z making the Z value blank.
Blank. Okay.
So this is how we'll do.
So here, if you see 15th, 18th line,
Uh-huh.
we have get sheet and get sheet name also, right? What is the difference between both?
Here you can provide the name. Give the
No, we have comment.
sheet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I understand that one. But if you just click on W dot, you will get a command as get sheet name also, right?
Get sheet name means what is the current sheet name it is there, get that name.
No, no. What I'm telling is just click W dot. Here, if you see, you have to get sheet names. Oh, okay. It is names, right? Get sheet names.
How many sheets are available in the current workbook? That name.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So this is how we'll read the values to the from the Excel sheet. Now the same you need to write the values into Excel. Then little bit typical in JX. Okay. Just I written Excel write public static void main finish, and here first I'm pasting the path and I'm saying that I want T1.xls as a note as an Excel sheet on my desktop. Okay. So again same file some fx FE because I want to first create the Excel P1.XLS, right? So
Yes.
file again and the path. Control Shift O. New. Okay. So FE, of course, it is required. So you want to create a notepad, right? Means create a workbook first. So writable workbook from WB equal to workbook dot create workbook FE. After checklist. So writable workbook WB equal to workbook dot create workbook. First you create a workbook on the path which I had given. Okay, clear at this point? Dot create a sheet called Teja sheet. Create a sheet, but what is the location? Always it's a first location, 0.
0.
Okay. So now as I created a sheet, I can able to write it. So writable sheet. WS equal to what I have to do. Whatever the workbook which I created, they first get the sheet number 0, means the first one.
Okay.
So WS dot, as I want to write some data, so compulsory we have to write add cell. So add cell 0 comma 0 comma serial number, means it is going to give us the first column, first row data is serial number, or I will say ID. Just give me 1 minute. Hello. Hmm. So you can able to see, right? So I want to add a data to my current cell, right?
Yes.
Fine. So as I want to write some data, what I have to do? I want to write some data. So here it's a label type of thing which we need to do. Labeling, we have to label some data 1 equal to new label, we need to provide it. Okay. So this particular thing, whatever we are discussing, this row, comma, column, is what are the column, row, and everything we need to provide here. Java.write.label. So add a cell, that is nothing but data 1, which is going to add that. Okay. Again, I'm just copying. Again, I paste it. Again, I paste it. And this time I'll say the first name. Then I will say here mobile. So horizontally, I want to get the data. So first one, what it is? Column. So 0, 1 and the 2. And here data 2 we need to provide compulsory. And here it will be data 3 and data 3. If you write this, it is not going to write it in your workbook. So workbook dot write you have to write. Then workbook dot close you need to close it. Then only it is going to happen. So now when I run this particular code, it did the action. When I go, you can able to see p1.txt or XLS. Now when I double click, you can see ID, first name, mobile number. Horizontally, the columns count increases and the sheet name Teja is also available. Clear? Or any doubt you have in this?
Clear.
So this is how we will read the values from Excel sheet. Okay? Or any doubt you have?
No, 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 it's clear.
Okay. So this is about the whole thing which we require.
Okay.
Right? So we'll see tomorrow about our APM, all these things, small things.
So here we are ending the Java.
Yeah, because almost everything, whatever it is there, it has been done. Only the few things
Yes.
are there if required that we can go with some other things. So tomorrow we're going to start some WebDriver, how to create that WebDriver, Firefox, Chrome, all these things, and a little bit of mouse overing, like high level,
Okay.
so that you will get used to the Selenium WebDriver also.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. So I'll stop here. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Please share the
Yeah.